capacity. So it'll be interesting to see how the Chinese Foreign Ministry or Commerce Ministry respond to this, or whether they will have any specific retaliatory moves.
Min Min, great reporting. That was our China correspondent there, Min Min Lo. And up next, we're going to be hearing exclusively from Silicon Motion and its CFO, Jason Tsai. That says the key chip enabler forecast first quarter revenue above estimates despite rising fears and concerns really around the dynamic. Well, the Nasdaq-listed chip designer Silicon Motion saw its shares jump. That's after first quarter revenue forecast came in Taipei rather this morning. So, yeah, strong set of results, and you're saying that this is really just the beginning of where you go for 2026. So,
you can provide. I mean, talk to me about this whole PCIe 5, the transition process, and when do you think you're going to start to see that in the earnings?
Yeah, so PCIe 5 is a big product for both client SSDs as well as for the enterprise. And so for those products, for client SSDs, we're starting to see that ramp up. For the enterprise products, we are in sampling with customers already for those products. We expect that to, on the enterprise side, or on Titan enterprise SSDs, we expect that to begin scaling here in the back half of this year, and then scaling more meaningfully going into 27. We anticipate these Titan enterprise SSD controllers to account for 5 to 10% of our business by the time we exit this year as we go into 2027. So it's a huge greenfield opportunity for us. And we've lined up 6 customers, 2 tier 1 customers. We're well exposed to CSPs and large enterprises in both the US as well as in China and Asia. And so we're excited by the opportunity. Was the pricing of storage, both hard drives and NAND, get more and more expensive. The need for high capacity, lower cost storage becomes greater and greater. So the demand that we're seeing, the inbound interest that we're receiving, continues to get better and better each day.
Jason, I know you're not part of the software side of things. I want to get your take on the sell-off that we're seeing across software shares. Given this Anthropic AI tool, there is this whole kind of concern that this is going to disrupt, if not eradicate, industries in SaaS and the like. How do you view this? Do you think that some of these concerns are overdone?
Look, I think this is the next industrial revolution, right? And what we're seeing in AI, what's going on right now, I think as with all industrial revolution type events, you're going to see a change in the way people do things, right? And so I don't necessarily think that industries will die. I think people will pivot and find